Good morning, my darlings, from my favourite place in the house right now, and definitely my favourite office location. It is another heatwave day today. We are just loving this weather. Yesterday in London was a little bit toasty and not very airful. It was rather airless, but today I'm going to be at home all day, which is lovely. I'm going to do some work out here on the garden table, make lots of iced coffees, and do a little bit, few little bits and bobs in the garden. I noticed when I was down watering this morning, there's a few things that just need a little bit of tidying up. Everything is in flower right now as well, so I'm going to pick some flowers to make some nice table decorations, because we're going to have a nice barbecue or outdoor dinner this evening. I'm also having a visit from the La Roche-Posay sun caravan later, so I think they're going to be delivering some SPFs, which will be amazing. But for now, we're just setting up camp on the table out here and getting some work done. Little Dicky, how many times have I said you need to be in the shade? It's too hot for snooters out here. Too hot. We've just had the loveliest delivery arrive from Elemis, and this could not be a more me collection or delivery. It is to celebrate their new wildflower cleanser. Oh my goodness, how perfect is that? Wildflower cleansing oil. Skin softening cleansing oil for all skin types with vitamin E, chia and pomegranate. That sounds amazing, just what my skin would love after a day in the sunshine. And then they've launched a 6-piece collection. It's the Pro Collagen Rose Nourish and Glow. I've forgotten to bring through the moisturizer, but we have got a Modern English Rose Hand and Nail Balm. This is one of my absolute favorites, the Pro Collagen Rose Facial Oil, Modern English Rose Body Cream, and Modern English Rose Bath and Shower Milk. How heavenly does that sound? So by the looks of it, oops, I think this has come as a partnership with QVC, so maybe that means that there is going to be a special offer happening soon, because, oh my gosh, the Elemis QVCs are incredible. Let's see. Launching on the 17th of July, so that is, when is that? I've lost all sense of time. Until the 25th of July. Ooh, when is this vlog going live? Oh, Bumblebee. I think this will have just ended. Oh, well, I will post it on my Instagram story so that you guys can be aware of it when it's going to happen. But also these beautiful blooms, oh my gosh. And even this little window tray with some wildflower seeds. I think this will be absolutely perfect at Strawtop Cottage. So I'm going to pop that round take there. And we can grow our very own mini wildflower meadow at Strawtop. How gorgeous is that? Such a lovely delivery. And I also had a delivery from Mirabeau. This is La Reserve. And I think this is a new rosé from Mirabeau. Limited edition rosé from this magical estate perched on the foothills of the Moret Mountains. Fruity with aromas of yellow peach, ripe apricot, and fresh white floral notes. That sounds heavenly, and as with all Mirabeau, it looks absolutely beautiful. Cannot wait to try this later. So I've just been down to the kitchen garden, and this is today's harvest. We have got a good selection of leaves here, lettuce leaves, spinach leaves, and also some beetroot leaves as well. I'm going to do a nice little salad. Lots of broad beans as usual, and then 2 courgettes. This one was starting to get rather large. Don't think we'll be able to eat that flower. It seems like something else has had a little nibble. And then I've also got some beetroot that I picked yesterday in the fridge. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to make out of all of this, but I am feeling like a tart or a frittata might be quite tasty. I'm going to do some recipe googling and start cooking. I just googled a few easy courgette recipes, and there's one which is a stuffed courgette recipe, which I think sounds rather lovely. And a lot of the other ingredients I also have in the garden, so I'm going to go and get a couple of spring onions from down there. Wow, it's going to be rather toasty in here. But the recipe also calls for some sun-dried tomatoes. Oop, and technically, I would say these are sun-dried tomatoes, seeing as they've been sat in the sun for so long. In fact, these are very much ready to be picked. Guys, I cannot tell you how wholesome it feels coming into my garden and collecting ingredients for lunch. If you haven't tried doing a little bit of growing yourself this year, cannot recommend it more highly for next year. Gosh, what am I going to do with my little aubergine? And also I noticed this morning Where were they? I'm sure I saw the world's smallest yellow tomato. Yes. Look, these are going to be yellow pear tomatoes. How exciting. Now I wonder if I can eat... Well, there's one more red one down there. That will do. You're coming with me, mate. And the recipe also calls for spring onion. So let's see. Oh, bugger it. Snapped. How do you stop them from snapping, I wonder? Ah, just what I needed with my fresh manicure and white dress. Never mind, let's try again. Oh, that was more successful. That is a big one. Perfect. So I realised I did not have any salad dressing for our lovely leaves, so I have just made, I need to shake it up a little bit more once the honey's melted a bit, a honey and mustard dressing. It's my first time making one. I'm just reusing a Dalesford jar. It's literally just honey, Dijon mustard, some cider vinegar, salt and pepper and some oil. So hopefully that'll be a nice dressing. I might go and get a couple more tomatoes to sprinkle on here. That's our salad ready to go. I might do something with some beetroot, I'm not too sure just yet. The courgettes are cooking nicely. And let's check on the frittata. God, I was about to grab that. See, this is cooking ultra slowly because we have turned the agar right down. So as soon as the courgettes are done, I'll whiz that in the oven to finish. Well, look at this for a Wednesday afternoon lunch. We have got some lovely fresh salad leaves, homemade honey and mustard dressing. The courgettes look fantastic. Go away, fly. And then we've got a broad bean, and it was meant to be feta, but I bought mascarpone instead, frittata. It's a nice, light, healthy lunch, and we're gonna dig in. Well, look at this. Tour de SPF has just arrived, the little La Roche-Posay van. So there's a little skincare station inside, and we are gonna see if we've got any sun damage, and then we're gonna have some recommendations. Yeah, we've got drinks, some recommendations as to some products we can try out. Look at this, how fun! Oh my gosh. So this is doing a little tour of the Cotswolds and the area today. Oh my gosh, just so cute. So what do you think your verdict is going to be, darling?
Not good, I think.
Not good. I think your forehead, I think hopefully this might scare you into wearing a bit more Fact 50 on your forehead and regular top-ups.
Okay, so just close your eyes for me.
It's a few hours later. It is now about 20 past 8 in the evening. I have not spoken to you all afternoon since our visit from the La Roche-Posay van, because I had to dash off after the girls left because I went to a local lady who does beauty treatments to have dermaplaning done, which is essentially where they have, I mean, it kind of looked like a little scalpel, but they scratch it It sounds painful, it's absolutely not. Across the skin, gets rid of any peach fuzz and also any dirt on your skin, so it's like a super cleansing facial. And it's really good to do something like that every like 6 months or so. But the lady that I went to, if you do happen to live near us, then drop me a message. I'll happily send you her details. But she also mixed the dermaplaning with a really relaxing facial as well. So that was lovely this afternoon. Also so lovely, especially after seeing the results from my skin analysis in the La Roche-Posay. I do have a little bit of sun damage, particularly around my cheeks, which is strange, but they've given me an amazing SPF 50 Anthelios new face product to use, and I popped some on the back of my hands. Didn't go white, was absorbed straight away, so I'm very much looking forward to putting some of that on tomorrow. I've changed into a different dress because I like to have a shower early evening during these hot days and put on something clean. This is a fairly old Reese dress, and Charlie is currently whipping up one of his signature dishes, which is like a veggie pasta. Let me show you. So Charlie's whipped up one of his signature dishes. Would you like to explain, darling?
So it was originally a Jamie Oliver recipe, but this is the Mindful Chef version, so there's no dairy in this.
Oh.
Often Mindful Chef, which we get, comes with the chickpea penne pasta, so it's gluten-free. Yeah. But we felt like we needed pasta tonight.
This is orecchiette, isn't it?
Yeah, this is really nice. So you've got spinach in here, sun-dried tomatoes, courgette, spring onion, garlic, pesto, and then you've got the yeast flakes, which give it a bit of a cheesy flavour without dairy.
Before the garlic and the yeast flakes, every ingredient that you said then we have in the garden.
Yeah.
So and pasta obviously.
Literally, yeah, we've got peas in the garden, haven't we?
We've got peas, spring onion, tomato, courgette, spinach. So yeah, we could literally make all of this with kitchen garden veg.
So yeah, there you go, and then you scatter these on top.
So you scatter yeast flakes and just lightly toasted almonds?
Yeah.
Scrum!
Boom.
Let's eat. And we are going to be enjoying our pasta out here on the terrace area. I've actually made myself a new, I say new in inverted commas, a new kind of summer evening drink. And this is just so easy. If you just fancy a little something, but you don't want to open a full bottle, or you just literally want to whip something together that's really refreshing and tasty. This is just one, well, in my case, a small half a shot of Smirnoff vodka, and then some Fever Tree Italian blood orange soda. So it's one of their vodka spritzers, and it is just delicious and so refreshing. It's now the next day. Actually, it's 2 days later. I didn't pick up the vlogging camera yesterday. It was just a makeup free, in a bikini, in and out, doing work and doing a bit of gardening and being rather hot and sweaty. So nothing new and exciting to show you there. But today I'm out again with Lucy, who's busy preparing a very photogenic picnic over there. We are shooting a reel that I have to do for a campaign that I'm working on Instagram. So we have come to a very beautiful field, and actually I don't know what is growing here. Let's see if any of you guys know what this field is growing. So they are these lovely, very delicate, kind of bluey lilac flowers and fairly tall little stalks, but oh my gosh, look at this. Just a whole field of it. It's so stunning. We drive past here nearly every day. We actually wanted to go back to the hay bale field that we took the photos last time, which is here. But of course, just our luck, they've actually taken away the hay bales. Can never predict the farmers' schedules. So we're doing this first thing this morning before it gets too hot. I think today is the last of the warm sunny weather, so we're just trying to make the most of it. And then Charlie and I have got to have our PCR tests later because we are still hopefully going to Ibiza, so we've got to get PCR tests done, finish packing, and we've also got to head to the cottage later because apparently there has been a little bit more progress, so we need to kind of sign off before we go, because obviously we're now not going to be able to go there for a couple of weeks because we've got to quarantine on the way back. Only for 5 days though, but yeah, that's the plan for today, so it's gonna be a good one. Okay, so as you may have guessed, I was trying to very quickly film a video earlier, and that is now done. It's been a productive morning and we are back at the cottage. It is pretty much a full team here. We've got James and Andrew both busying away, getting so much done today. As you might be able to see, all the doors and windows are open because Andrew has been painting them, and they are now the most beautiful colour. So this, I don't know if you can even remember what it used to look like originally. There was a cat flap in here, which Mark and Steve the carpenters filled in, and I honestly think they have done such a good job. You would never know that there used to be a cat flap here. We've not replaced the door, we've just added some new tongue and groove in, and Andrew has painted it and it just looks gorgeous. It's not dissimilar in colour to the kitchen cabinets, so that looks great. A small problem that we didn't foresee, because we have removed some of the really ugly pipes that were down here. We've basically replumbed the whole property, whereas now, unfortunately, there are some little gaps in the floor where the pipes were covering it. So I think what we're going to have to do is put some kind of filler in there and then paint the filler the same colour as the floor tiles. Not ideal, but it's the only solution we have. I think Andrew's going to be painting the kitchen later on today. As you can see, we have swapped out those really awful silver brackets for the shelves with these antique brass ones, so they look lovely. The front door has also been painted the same colour as the side door down here. It's a really lovely, fresh kind of Cotswold green. So just a little bit of progress here in the bathroom. We have got the sink in, which has got the brushed brass legs supporting it. A fairly small sink because everything needs to be small in here. And then we have got the shower attachment up there. The knobs are starting to go on. And then Andrew's going to do some painting in here to freshen up the ceiling.
Give everything a good washer out here,
Yeah.
and then do 3 loads of this on the front garden. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Yeah.
And then something else which has been done in here is this new bookcase, secret cupboard, and I think we're probably going to leave just a few cleaning supplies in here. This is the understair cupboard. We've got the fire extinguisher and some paint supplies in there now, but Mark and Steve created this and it has been painted by Andrew, so it looks great, and it's a really practical way of hiding a kind of black hole and also creating a really lovely feature area. So I've just done a little bit of watering in the courtyard, and I've also watered some of the bits that Charlie put in last week down here. It is not a good time of year to plant anything, so everything needs a big old drink. I think next week we're due a lot of rain here, so hopefully everything might spring back to life because everything is looking a tad dry. This lavender, however, is loving being here. That little butterfly is loving it too. Such a beautiful little lane, and now I'm going to trot down and check out the local coffee shop to make sure that it's somewhere that we want to recommend for our guests. And here it is. This is the high street. We've got the coffee shop and a hairdresser. There's also a little convenience store in the village, and this is literally 30 seconds walk from the door, so if our guests are in need of a caffeine fix, let's go and check it out. Oh, it's so cute. Look at this. Sorry, I'm just doing a little video clip. just grabbed an iced oat milk latte from the coffee shop, and I'm going to do a little bit more exploring. Obviously I have walked around this village a few times before, but everywhere is in bloom at the moment. Some beautiful hydrangeas coming over the wall over there. It's just so lovely to walk around this village. All the houses are so beautiful. This one has got the most gorgeous front garden. I don't know if you can see these hydrangea Annabelles in there as well, but look at their peak at the moment. There's another beautiful house in there. A couple of local pubs. Apparently the Coach and Horses is really good. We'll have to try it out. And then there's another amazing manor house behind this wall here. And this is probably one of my favourite houses in the village. It just stands on its own opposite the green, and it's got the most incredible hydrangeas I think I've ever seen. And I remember in autumn these all dried out, and they just looked amazing when they were dried out as well. But have you ever seen a hydrangea bush quite like this? Oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful building. Look at that for a front door. My gosh. Someone is taking care of their front garden. There are so many more amazing houses in this village, but I will leave that for you guys to discover when you come and stay at Strawtop. I always seem to come here on bin day. And just 10 minutes from the cottage is our favourite spot. So we come to Quince for some lunch. We're going to sit out on the patio. I think we're going to have some nice smashed avocado on toast. Okay, back home again. My makeup has not sat on my face very well today. I did use a different SPF, and I don't think my skin is loving it quite as much. It's really gone into fine lines. What foundation did I use? I used the Clarins foundation, which my skin usually loves, so I think it's this different SPF that I've tried. Anyway, I'm just waiting for Charlie to grab the Mazda keys, because basically what we're having to do, because the charging thing that came with this car actually needs someone like an engineer to properly set up in your own home. Obviously if you owned an electric car that would be absolutely fine, you would just plug it in at your home, but we're just borrowing this for a few weeks, so it's not worth doing. Luckily, I don't know what we would have done otherwise, luckily the golf club 2-minute drive from our house has got free charging points, so we've essentially been driving around for free for this last couple of weeks, and it's probably takes about 8 or 9 hours because they're 7-watt chargers at this golf club. But yeah, we're charging for free, so we just have to drive obviously in convoy, Charlie in the Mazda, me in this, so that we can get home again afterwards. We'll leave it here for the rest of the afternoon now. Currently got 127 miles, so now that, since we got it fully charged, because we left it at the golf club for like a full day before, we're really good friends with the people that run it, so they don't mind at all. We are very regular customers, but yeah, I feel like now that we are in a routine with the car, I could see myself with a 100% electric car. I think it's obviously so efficient, so nice to drive, feels like a spaceship, and yeah, if you keep it fully charged, you won't have stressful moments like I had at Dalesford where you're relying on the charger. I would probably never want to do trips that are like a full day out of the house driving where I wasn't sure that I'd have enough miles. I just need to get moving because I've just seen that Charlie is getting into the Mazda. Yeah, so I think I had a bit of a rocky start, obviously, because when also you just can't hear it when it's turned on. Like, it literally makes no noise. We've just had the lawns cut and they look amazing. Also, the reversing cameras in this are so good. Not only can you see what's behind you, but you can also see a bird's eye view, which just makes it so much easier for avoiding trees, avoiding going on the lawn, because we don't want to do any of that with our beautifully manicured garden. So yeah, I would rate the driving experience really, really highly. It is a pleasure to drive. It accelerates amazingly well. It's really smooth. I've very much got used to the fact that the wing mirrors are cameras. As you can hear, it's got very sensitive sensors, and I mentioned previously something that I really like is that when you know, sometimes when you like slow down because you have to pull over because there's someone else driving towards you in a really narrow lane, times like this when the sensors go off, the music goes down, which is great because it really enables you to concentrate on whatever maneuver you're doing. If you put the car into reverse, then it will maneuver. So driving experience is amazing. The range on the Audi is really good for an electric car. The only thing obviously is if you do really, really long road trips. So we were actually invited to West Sussex yesterday, for an event with Bentley, and actually it was to try out the hybrid, which is a car that I am still very interested in investing in. We do need 2 cars. I think we are going to retire the Mazda, as much as it will break my heart, because we've loved having the Mazda so much. The Mazda is an incredible car, amazing technology, even some technology that this car doesn't have as standard, like the lane assist, I find so useful, and now potentially rely on it a little bit too much. Whereas here I have to shockingly look down to see how many miles an hour I'm doing, and that's just, you know, something that you get used to. But anyway, so we were invited to West Sussex yesterday, which it was 115 miles away. And we just thought, we can't do it, because imagine if we get there and we don't have time to fully charge the car because they only had 7-watt chargers there. You're balanced in not such a good place today. Yeah, they only had 7-watt chargers there, which would have meant that we'd have had to have been there all day to charge this car enough to get back home again. If there'd have been a 50-watt charger there, like a supercharger, it wouldn't have been, it wouldn't have been an issue at all. Whew, I'm getting hot and shiny because I haven't got the aircon on while I'm talking to you. So just little things like that. But then for day-to-day life, like even yesterday I had my treatment with Lewis, our chiropractor, and he was saying that he's potentially going to be looking, I'm pretty sure that was my friend Robin that just drove by, he's potentially getting a job up in Lincoln, so he's going to have to go there and back from here to Lincoln twice a week, which is, I think, maybe 100 miles or something, maybe not quite 100 miles. And I said that would be so good for you with an electric car, because you'll save so much money if you just charge your car while you're at work. Obviously that's a full day of charging, so that's amazing. And even if you don't have somewhere near you which is a free charging point, sorry, this might be really boring if you have no interest in getting an electric car, but yeah, I think if you regularly do journeys that are like 50 miles, then it could be a really, really good investment and a great way of obviously being kinder to the environment and saving a lot of money on fuel, because Lewis reckoned that that was going to be maybe £150 a week in fuel, whereas yeah, it would be nothing like that. So this whole time we've been chatting, and I've literally been chatting the whole time, is our journey to our golf club, which is where I'm now going to plug it in. And so many places allow you to charge your cars for free, which is amazing. So you're literally not paying anything. So your petrol bill is 0. And we're here. And now I'm confident how to actually do the charging, whereas I was not when we were at Dalesford. So that is my 2-week update on thoughts of having an electric car. So we've become pro at this now. Eject.
Boom.
Open the spaceship.
Bang.
Click it in.
And this.
So this place and the farmhouse and a few other places, this is absolutely free.
Goes green.
It should start flashing green. Is it going to flash green?
Yeah.
This isn't flashing. Or is it? Alright, we're in. And now we just leave it. Oh yeah, green now.
There you go.
Job's a good one.
Charging.
See you later, car. Back home again. We are very happy to see that there is a bit of a breeze today. These boys in particular were getting so hot dog the last few days, so they're very grateful for this breeze. Look at my chicken, you're too floofy for these temperatures, aren't you, my bum bun? We've had our Freddy's flowers at delivery. It's looking a little bit sparse at the moment, but all of these are gonna burst into beautiful vibrant flowers like this, so it's gonna look amazing in a day or so. Don't forget, I have got my discount code for Freddy's flowers, which gets you half price, 50% off your first couple of boxes, which is amazing. What do you think, my Dexy? You're looking exceptionally handsome today. I have also taken delivery of an order that I placed with a company called Untitled Seeds. I placed this order a couple of weeks ago, and these are bits which hopefully will fill the hungry gap, as it's called, in, well, actually I think the hungry gap is in March. Anyway, it's gonna be stuff that we can eat in autumn. And I saw this company recommended by a gardening YouTuber that I follow called Hugh Richards. He gardens in Wales, and he recommended this company. So I have ordered some turnip seeds. They'll be great for our Christmas dinner. Kohlrabi, which I can't even say that I've eaten before, but they look pretty cool. And then this was a bundle. So apparently a collection of seeds that you can sow later in the year called the Second Spring. Let's see, we can kind of see through here. So we've got some brassicas, some chicory crops, some coriander, which I find really boring actually, but I think we've already got some of that. Some purple frills, Asian greens, claytonia, winter purslane, some corn salad. So yeah, nice little bundle. The sun has just come out again, but I need to quickly film the beginning of a reel that's going to be like a transitioning my Instagram to Ibiza kind of reel. It should hopefully, if it goes to plan, already be live on my Instagram. So, gosh, I'm so shiny, I'm going to have to do a makeup restart. Yes, go and have a little look if you would like to, and leave a sunshine emoji in the comments of it. You'll see the reel. Hopefully what I'm going to do is be throwing bikinis in a suitcase, and then, actually I'm not going to tell you. Go and have a little watch. It's going to be quite fun, hopefully. So I'm going to film the first half here, the second half in Ibiza. Leave a sunshine emoji in the comments if you see it after heading over there from the result of this video. And then when I've done that, I'm gonna head outside because the sun is shining, plant my seeds, because I think we've got a week of rain here when we're away next week, which I'm very happy about because it means that the lawn will get watered and my garden will get watered. And oh, this is such a mean thing to say, but I love being abroad in the sunshine when it's raining over here, mostly for the garden, but also because I don't get FOMO. So when I've done the reel, I'll get changed, we'll go and do our seed planting, and then I'm gonna come back inside and I need to pack. Okay, bikini is on and it's time to do some last minute gardening. Oops, didn't quite make it up the step then into the greenhouse. Right, so I planted out a couple of my butternut squashes that were still in here getting super dehydrated yesterday, so they've been watered in. I'm not sure anything else here aside from the plant there is going to survive, to be honest. I think this is all kind of the dregs, if you know what I mean. It's all looking a little bit dry over here, even though I have been watering it every day. I think when I get back, I'm going to plant all of this outside. How's my little aubergine doing? It's got a bit of something, kind of, I don't know, it's not looking too healthy. It's just so toasty in here. There's some tomatoes that I can pick on that one though. Right, I'm going to take my gloves into my trug. What am I going to need? My spade, my Dalesford claw thingy-majiggy. Let's see, and seeing as it is due to rain over the next little while, I'll pop a little bit more food on my vegetable. Oops. And I'm probably going to need to do some deadheading, so let's take my Sophie Allport suckers. And then when I come back in here later, I'm going to give everything a good feed with this so that it is nourished for while we're away. Hopefully things will start to come back to life. Look at my little tiny baby pear tomatoes. I really hope they survive this drought and heat wave that we've been having. Yikes, the lawn is looking so very dry, but we actually had it mowed today with a tractor mower, which mowed it a lot shorter and also kind of brushed it up a little bit, so it did bring the dry to the surface, but it's a good idea to do this before some rain. So I think by the time we get back, it's going to be looking luscious again. It's only today that it's looked like this, so not too bothered. Okay, let's enter the wilderness, the overgrown area. I'm gonna pick any more broad beans as well and get them frozen tonight. Okay, so this is an area that I am going to do some planting because, as you can see, nearly all of my lettuce sadly has bolted. In fact, I think all of it has, so that means it needs to come up, and then I'm going to do a little bit of soil improving, and then, oh yeah, my spinach is bolted as well. It's just been so hot and dry. So yeah, I'm going to prepare this area, plant some of my seeds which are in my pocket. What should we do here? Let's have a look. I think I'll do the turnips on this side. Look how dry and cracked the soil is. Might do kohlrabi in that bed over there. Maybe I'll do chicory in the bed behind me, and pak choi. Spring onion I'll do in this bed. These things I really just need to Google and find out what they are before I plant them, because I don't know what these things are. Ooh, winter spinach, yes, we'll do that. Coriander, boring. Corn salad, need to Google it. Salad rocket, I do love rocket. And winter lettuce. Okay, so let's start with this lot here. But yeah, first it's time to make this little area good again. So these are the bits that I harvested. As you might have seen, I literally had to get inside the broad bean bush to get to these. It is still so abundant with juicy broad beans. You just have to search for them a little bit more now because I've been doing so much picking. But when Charlie is barbecuing later on, I will pod these and get them ready for freezing, because no one can eat this many broad beans in probably even a month. So that's a nice little sunset job to do with an aperitif. Okay, we have just had our negative COVID PCR tests back from the hospital where we went this morning, and it means that we are going to Ibiza. Hallelujah. I was stressing for a little second there. So now I have come inside and I have got about an hour to pack before Mum is coming over for some, I think we're doing barbecue steak fajitas for dinner tonight. So that should be scrumptious. So I actually started packing yesterday, but I haven't even got, yeah, I'm not very good at packing, by the way. I haven't even got my clothes in this suitcase yet. It's literally like a few bikinis, a couple of bits of footwear and toiletries, and it's completely full. So I've had to bring out the big guns. This is the world's hugest suitcase. And yeah, it's ginormous. It is my pink one from Antler. So I am gonna, yeah, basically do a speed packing, see how much I can cram in here, as well as my cute little Steamline case. I'm gonna pop on a motivational podcast. We've got the Dyson fan blasting me with ice cold air. So 1, 2, 3, let's pack. And we are almost packed. It's looking all rather messy at the moment. I'm really not very good at packing. The suitcase is completely rammed and I still don't feel like I've got enough stuff with me, but safe to say you won't be seeing a how to pack light video from me anytime soon. I've just brought upstairs this little basket full of products which arrived in the post over the last couple of days, and one which I'm especially excited to open because it'll be great for holiday are these new sunglasses chains from Tallis Chains. This looks so much like my Monica Vinader jewellery. I think that is going to look so elegant. And then in here they have got a new pearl style strap. These are so practical and so beautiful. It's like jewellery for your sunglasses. So thank you very much for this gorgeous delivery. And then we've got some beauty products which I'm going to try out later to see what I'm going to bring with me. But first I've just popped on a dress. As you might be able to tell from my glow, it is still roasting in here, but for now I'm going to go downstairs and have some barbecue. Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to the gym. I am about to do, gosh, face is puffy. I'm about to do a Saturday early morning workout. The weather has shifted. Here's my daily fashion report. Gosh, I wish. Weather report. It is now, I think, the end of the heat wave temporarily. It is quite chilly this morning and we've actually just had some rain, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm thrilled about, because as you might be able to see, our lawn is looking very dry and in need of some love. But I thought I would come in and do a quick spin. Well, I'm probably gonna do a 30-minute spin this morning and then probably a little resistance band workout as well. So this sports set, both from Sweaty Betty. Don't forget, I've got my discount code. I think by the time this video goes live, there'll probably be a week or just under a week left to use it, which is 20% off most things, if not all. And it is SBJosie20 for 20% off at Sweaty Betty. So both my top and my leggings are from Sweaty Betty. I didn't think that white leggings would be that flattering, but actually, because these have got the Sweaty Betty butt lifting technology, they just hold you in. I'm a bit bloated this morning. I can't think what it is that I ate last night. Maybe the fajita wraps, I'm not sure. But I've not worn this combination before and I really, really like this. This mirror is quite awkward. Sports bra. It's a really nice pinky shade. Maybe the lighting is better over here. Yeah, it's a really nice pinky shade. And then it's got a crisscross detail at the back there. And yes, I'm just loving this pink and white combination. But anyway, enough chit chat. I think I'm actually going to do the Usain Bolt ride again because that really got me going last time. And I feel like I want to give my legs a really good blitz. Now, a very manic few hours later, because we are heading on holiday tomorrow and we are staying at Charlie's parents tonight because they live super close to the airport terminal that we're flying from. So after my great Peloton session, didn't manage to beat Usain again, sadly, but it was still a really good session. Had a nice shower and I have just popped on some fake tan, so I'm feeling ultra bronze. I used the Saint-Tropez Ashley Graham. I've seen so many people doing adverts around Instagram and I thought it looked fantastic. So I'm really pleased with how that looks. I feel super duper bronze and I always like to aerate myself as much as possible after I've popped tan on. So I've just got this very lightweight H&M dress on. You might remember this from last year, and I think I will wear this. I'll wear this for the day. I don't smell bad, that's for sure, but it's definitely not a non-fragranced fake tan, so I still want to just, yeah, aerate myself. However, it is chilly today, so I've packed a big cardigan to just bundle on if I really start to feel the breeze. My hand luggage suitcase is packed. I'm gonna have to ask Charlie to come and get my big suitcase because there's no way I can carry that down the stairs. And very shortly we're heading to Surrey. We're gonna have lunch with Charlie's and Nan and Dada, grandparents, and then dinner with friends later on. So a nice sociable day before our holiday. I'm probably gonna end up eating all the carbs, which is not ideal before a holiday, but never mind. Also, just quickly, this gorgeous, oops, will it focus? New necklace, or actually only the pendant is new. I've had the actual chain for a little while. This is from Monica Vinader, and I just thought it was so beautiful, a really nice way of creating a bit of a statement on an otherwise very exposed neck piece. I'm very sorry, darlings. Today's vlogging has been an absolute failure. We went for lunch with Charlie's nan and Dada, and we have just been out for dinner with friends, and I've had quite a few glasses of rosé. We now have to head to bed at 10 p.m. because we have got a 3 o'clock alarm in the morning to go on holiday. But I just wanted to say good night. Thank you for watching today's vlog. The next one will be a fashion video, and then hopefully our Ibiza vlog. So darlings, thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon for the next one. Bye.